I just wanted to go live real quick because I actually totally forgot to actually do this. This is I got some stuff on my face. This is extra. I wholeheartedly, 100% did not intend to do a second part, but this is the final part. That's it. Unless God gives me something that I gotta talk about or whatever the case it is, then I'll post it and I'll probably do a community post or whatever. But with this second part, I will be posting pictures in my community post. So actually, right after this, because I gotta do a skit and film all this other stuff later. But point is, let me get into this because this is the stuff I forgot to talk about, and this is the stuff that God has given me in dreams, and visions, and experiences and whatnot, and stuff that people have told me, and stuff that I've seen on TV. Well, not seen on TV, but stuff that people have told me. Um, so the abilities of the 144,000 include I'm gonna go through this like I did before. I'm gonna go through this, then I'm going to explain it and go into deeper detail and give references to um, characters that have these like abilities and stuff in entertainment. Um, so going down the list, it is bone manipulation, music uh, manipulation. I'll get into that in a second. Um, um, Shape shifting once again, but the ability um, to manipulate their skin. Electricity, the ability to make constructs. So basically, if you've ever seen like the Green Lantern or whatever the case it is, the ability to make stuff with your imagination and whatnot. Um, uh, there's this Mega Man dream I got to talk about. I already talked about telepathy before. Voice manipulation, which also comes with shapeshifting as well, and being able to shapeshift into anything and taking on attributes of animals. So, bone manipulation. Basically, I'm gonna post this in my community post. This character and along with a bunch of other pictures, but this is also a Naruto character. I forgot its name. Um, but basically, how you have bones in your skin. The bone is in your body. Basically, the 144,000 will basically be able to manipulate their bone structure. Basically, I talked about ripping my limbs off and regrowing it and beating it with some and beating somebody with it. But bone manipulation includes the ability to um, grow the bones out of your body and use them as weapons. I have to do once again. I'm gonna provide pictures, but I'm also going to um, uh, I gotta provide pictures, but I'm also gonna put links on my community post. But there's a character for that. His name is Spike, Spyke from X Men. There's also a character from Naruto, and not Naruto Shippuden, but in the original Naruto, when they kidnapped Sasuke, there's a character that was able to grow bones out of his body and use his body as a weapon. There's that, and then there's another character from X Men. So there's that reference. In terms of like music manipulation, that's just a word I came up with. I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually a thing. But basically, wouldn't be surprised about using the guitar instrument as a weapon, because that's a thing. That's a character from the Umbrella Academy. I think it's Vanya. She can basically play the what is it? Is it the violin? I think it's the violin. Play the violin, and basically she can make sound waves as a weapon. But then also too, in terms of like music and stuff, because this is stuff that God has shown me that when things happen and whatnot, God's gonna give me the ability to play basically any instrument that I want to play, like the piano, the guitar, drums, you name it, without having to look at notes, without having to practice, without having to do anything, and God will give me that ability. So that is a thing. Um, so yeah, the ability to create music, and also along with that is, um, I would assume this is actually this is also in the Bible, how Lucifer was in charge of music. How basically I've heard people describe how his body was made up of music, or whatever the case it is. It'll be like that with the whole 144,000. I also wouldn't be surprised if normal people get this stuff that I'm mentioning too, and on my previous list. But this is the stuff that God has given me. Um, then there's the ability. This sort of gets into like shape shifting, but not really. I remember I had this dream a long time ago, and had this there's a squirrel in front of me. I had this dream a long time ago, and it basically, I wrote it down somewhere in my notes because I'm writing a superhero universe, but I forgot. But I do remember that when powers and stuff came, this was like years ago, like 2-3 years ago. I forgot when powers and stuff came. There's this woman who had her entire skin was made up of crystals. Crystals, literally. You're looking at my skin right now. So imagine if my entire body was made up of crystals or diamonds. Uh, and I just saw that, and that was like a brief thing that God showed me. And to back that up, what what is it in Emma Frost from the X-Men? I think it was X-Men First Class or something. And I'll post links and pictures and stuff. I don't know if she can originally do that in the comic books because I'm not really an X-Men fan like that. Um, but in the movie, she was able to turn her body into diamonds, and pure diamonds all over her body, and she was basically able to launch projectiles out of her body, and she was able to basically use her own entire body as a shield, as a weapon. So there's that. Electricity. Long time ago, when God showed me the 144,000 and I saw Obama in the black robe, I basically saw this Asian dude. He was 144,000 member, and basically he had the ability, electricity was coming out of his hands. And to reference the characters like that, there's Storm, Static Shock, Black Lightning, and then also what I posted on my community post, The Power, the TV show. And I've already explained what that means. That's just about basically women around the world getting powers, and they have the ability of electricity. So that the ability to make constructs. Forgot to mention this. With there's a character called you've probably seen this. But there's a character called the Green Lantern, and basically with his ring basically makes constructs. That's what it's called. That's the same thing with that character, Sai from Naruto, who like can draw characters and stuff, and they come alive. But basically, the Green Lantern can basically make constructs with his ring from his imagination, and God has been showing me that. And going into that, because I totally forgot about this, that is also in the X-Men as well. There's a character when the X-Men movies originally were coming out. It was a character that had fire powers, and he could control fire. He had a lighter, and this is like an X-Men too. He had a lighter, and he basically could turn fire into like anything that he wanted. The 144,000, and I'm assuming other people, I don't know, but I can say this, we have the ability to, manipulate the 4 elements, and even electricity, anything, and we'll basically be able to make constructs out of that. What is that? I'm trying to sit here and think. Well, in the Avatar, I think they can do that. No, they can't do that. There's an anime called Fire Force, as in fire, the element Fire Force, FORCE, and I think they can manipulate. They're firefighters who have the ability of fire, and I think they can make constructs. I never finished watching it, but and they also have like weapons and stuff. So that, and what else was there? I know Kakashi from Naruto. He has the ability to make lightning constructs by using lightning. I can't really sit here and think. I know Sasuke from Naruto can do the same thing. Um, I don't know. Forgot my brains everywhere. Um, then there's also, got to post this picture. Um, Long time ago when I was staying in my house about like this year or last year, went to sleep one day, had a dream, and I haven't thought of this as much as I like this character. I don't really watch this, but there's a character called Mega Man. Well, he's part of the Mega Man universe. And I went to sleep one day, and I basically was flying in the air, but I was sort of built like, I gotta post the character because I don't know this character's name, but I think the character's name is Zero, Zero, and he has like a sword he uses. But in my dream, basically, I was hovering in the air, flying in the air, and I was fighting demons. And what was it? I had a one of my arms was a cannon, and the other arm was a sword, and that's literally what Mega Man can do. But but I was wearing this character's outfit without the long hair. So that wouldn't be surprised if the 144,000 can do stuff like that. And I'm going to get into like fictional characters and mythological characters and all this other stuff. I'll talk about telepathy like last. Voice manipulation. Um, what was it? I don't know about using your voice to tell people what to do. I don't know if that's actually going to be a thing or not, because that's actually in the Umbrella Academy. But in terms of like what I mean, like voice manipulation, what is it? Basically, when you shapeshift, your voice changes into another person and whatnot. They show you this in TV shows and stuff all the time. Okay, they show you this stuff in TV shows and all that stuff all the time, and basically that'll be a real thing. And you're not only you, the 144,000 won't just be able to do that, but they'll basically be able to imitate people's voices. Their voices will change if they shapeshift into another person, or basically if God is showing me this, is God is going to do this with me, because my used to do some music and whatnot, but my voice will change. I'll basically be able to hit any vocal range I want and everything without practicing, without having to do years of work. Basically, manipulating your voice to sound whatever you want it to, or whomever, whatever you want it to sound like, or whatever you want it to sound like. So, and then also using your voice as a weapon. This also gets into using your voice as a weapon. Like, there's this Ben 10 character called Echo Echo, and there's a couple other characters that basically use the sound waves from their voice as a weapon to basically hurt people and whatnot, and that'll be a thing. And that comes with shapeshifting as well. Yeah, and then being able to shapeshift into anything. What else? What is it? Basically, from the stuff I've talked about, this is stuff that God has personally shown me. But basically, when things hit the fan, the 144,000 and other people that God has spoken to about this stuff, you'll basically be able to turn into anything that you want, even if it's a creature from fiction, if there's I guess a character you like from mythology or whatever the case it is. You'll basically be able to turn into anything that you want. Had this dream a long time ago when I was staying in my house. There's this Ben 10 character, Ben 10 again. There's this Ben 10 character called Forearms, and he's like this red alien that has 4 arms. Had a dream that I basically had 4 arms, and I was doing I was doing something in my dream. I don't know if I was like drawing or what, but basically God showed me that, and I'll be able to do stuff like that. But point is, other people have told me that God has given them dreams of them, because this person I talked to, he likes dragons and stuff, and dragons are a whole thing. I have a thing where God appeared to me as a dragon, but that's like a whole nother story. Um, but stuff like that will be a stuff like that will be a thing, and you'll basically be able to turn into anything that you want, basically, and it has no limitations, from what I understand. It has no limitations. So that, and yeah. So if you want to shapeshift into a dragon, turn into a dragon, you can do that. And there you go. There's actually an anime on that. It's called Fairy Tail, and even though I finished watching it and it's mediocre, um, that's the thing. So there's that, and then taking on attributes of animals. Um, this gets in a DC character. Yeah, it's mainly a DC character because I don't think there's a Marvel character. There's a character, and I'll post this once again in my on my community post, because you gotta like actually watch the video to understand. There's a character called Vixen, Vixen. It's a black character. Basically, she wears like this necklace, and she can basically take on the attributes of animals. If she wanted to fly as high as an eagle, she uses like, I don't know. She uses the power, the ability of eagle to fly. If she wanted to have the strength of a elephant, she can pick up a truck. Um, if she wants to run as fast as a cheetah, stuff like that, she can take on the attributes of the animal, and that will actually be a thing. Um, and then there's also another character called Animal Man, where he can also do the same thing. So there's that. And then I remember, what was it, backing this up with a dream? I remember a long time ago, when I was staying in my house once again. It was something, I guess it was like on a college campus or whatever the case it was, but I was running, and I was running fast. And gradually, as I was running, I would say probably as fast as a cheetah. And while I was running, I was able to pick up two or three fences, uh, with, I think it was with my index finger, so the finger after your thumb. And I was running extremely fast, and I was able to carry those while I was running at the speed of a cheetah. And somebody pointed out in my dream, said that, wow, you're going pretty fast. So stuff like that. Um, so that's pretty much it. And then I also want to emphasize on the fact of why telepathy is important. And I never really emphasized on this because the video was already like almost 2 hours long. But why is telepathy important? Telepathy, I highly, what's the word I want to look for? I wouldn't doubt the fact that the 144,000 are able to use telepathy. I wouldn't doubt that. Also with telekinesis. But with telepathy, why telepathy is important is because telepathy is how you control people. Telepathy is how you control people. Telepathy is how you manipulate people. And telepathy is basically how you can break people's minds and break their will, and how you get people or things that aren't people to do what you want them to do. And that basically goes into invading somebody's mind and whatnot. So I gotta post that link to that movie was called The Darkest Minds, where that chick can use telepathy. But that's a lot important. And by using telepathy, you can basically communicate with people. You can basically steal someone's soul using telepathy. So that, and then in terms of God and Jesus using telepathy, and the devil, Antichrist using telepathy, they'll both both of them will be used for good and evil. And telepathy will be how the devil and God will be able to communicate with their people and whatnot. So I think that's it. I honestly think that's it. Hopefully this is it. I got distracted while I was explaining. But yeah. And with telepathy, you can also not only cause people to like kill each other or hurt each other, but you can also cause them to you can also wipe their mind with telepathy. My bad. That's also another thing you can do. So there you go. So that's pretty much it from this video. This video is short. This video is like almost like 25 minutes. I don't want to say 25, but almost like 22 minutes. So I just wanted to come on here, do this. I gotta post these pictures and stuff, and then I gotta do a lot of other stuff today. So comment what you think. Share this, obviously, and have a blessed day.